Let me get the TikTok live. Let me get the TikTok live, yo. I know I could count on it. What's up, Pam? Hope your Monday is going well and hope you are continuously blessed and in God's favor. And let's do a live right now. I'm firing up the TikTok to go live. What do I write? What should this TikTok be? I want to talk baseball with y'all, no? Um, I had these in here like let's see. I'm gonna say let me make a banner. Hot stove or nah? Hot stove or nah, bro? Let's see. The last live that I did on TikTok, this was the title of the last live I did on TikTok. Weights don't lift themselves. I think I was in the gym, which I did not do today. Too busy. Let's say live at 5 talking. And we'll do a little bit of conversation around Jackson Dart do and Monday Night Football as that game I'm planning on going live for. Go live here. Go live here. Yes, I got it. Virtual items and reward policies. Yeah, I gotcha. We are live and direct, bro. We are live now, bro. We are live, yo. And we live right here on both. Let's see. Somebody already is trying to be invited to co-host. I don't know. I'm not looking for a co-host on TikTok. We right here. Let's see what the chat looking like, bro. Let's see what the chat looking like, yo. TikTok says we're notifying people about your live. Thanks. Okay. So hot stove or nah? Chris is back. Casual gamer is back. See, I went live earlier. I told people that I would be going live at 5. And I think what we're going to do here is get in a rhythm of a morning live, an AM, KM, especially Monday morning coming off the NFL. And then what's up, the Bear on TikTok. And then we do a live at 5, because it's my last hour before I go get my son. So I can tap in with y'all on here to talk about what we didn't talk about. And what we didn't talk about was baseball. So, yeah. Do the Yankees trade for Tatis? I heard the Yankees and Belly are far apart. Listen, I'll say this. Scott Boras is going to play his games. And if you're hearing that the Yankees and Belly are far apart, then so be it. I don't want to pay a ridiculous price for Cody Bellinger at this point. It could be a really bad deal, really bad contract. Do I want him back? Yeah. Do I want to basically run back the outfield from last year now that we got Trent Grisham back? Yeah. But there's a part of me that thinks, okay, if Belly wants to be a Yankee, bro. If Belly wants to be a Yankee, then take a little bit of a discount to be in pinstripes. And I know people think that's crazy, but it's not crazy to me. Like, I look at it like this, man. I look at it like you know how much the payroll is already. You know they don't want to go too crazy on a payroll. I know it's your payday, but I talked about Juan Soto the last week before I was on, and I'm like, Juan Soto took the money. If Cody Bellinger wants to take the most money, then go be a Met. Go be a Met. Let me pull in the TikTok chat. I don't like going live on TikTok through StreamYard. I'd much rather talk to y'all right here on my phone. And I got my Bluetooth in so you can hear me better. Shout out to the TikTok gang. If you guys rather watch on your phones on TikTok, I'm live there. And just giving shout outs. I don't know who this is that Kiki wanted to co-host, invite. No. Shout out to Chop Charlie, Al Russo. The Bear was first. He said, hey, Kay. The playbook. Definitely got a link with my guy, Gabe. Stroller Twin says, yo, what's good? What's good? We're live. We're live. I might not be live on the radio for 2, 3 hours, which I would do probably a 2-hour show tonight, 12 to 2. But today I was live for 90 minutes. I'm gonna be live for an hour here, and then I'm gonna be live for Monday Night Football. So we'll keep it rolling. JC says, "My brother, keep up the great work. I am only going to work. I am no stranger to work. All I know is to do work." So even though I'm not working the job that I was working for 4 calendar years right now, what do y'all expect me to sit at home and do nothing? I'm not like that. I don't play video games. I don't watch any X-rated material. I don't even watch streaming shows. I didn't watch Stranger Things yet. I'm probably not gonna. I don't do that. I listen to sports, I watch sports, I talk sports, and I create content. JC just got the number 2 gifter badge. See, you know what I can do too? I ordered a monitor, and when we go live, I'll be able to go like this right here, boom, and then I'll pull up the TikTok chat right here, which I'm doing right now, and view profile, click the live, and I'll be able to talk to y'all right here like this. You see now I said you're in the chat. Um, Kyle says, "Hope all is well. Everything is great. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you for joining the chat." Are you back on WFAN or no? I'm not on the schedule this week, so no. But when that time comes, I'll be sure to post about it. Awesome Endgame says, "What's up with the fit?" Well, to break that down for you, I'm going outside, so I got the yada I mean, for warmth. Even had the gloves right here, right? Um, but I just had the gym fit on. So, all right, this is just a little Nike warm up, Nike headband, some sweatpants. So, yeah, yeah. I was supposed to go to the gym and lift chest today, but I'm telling you, the calls, the emails, and then doing my live content, getting myself the day passed me by. So I'm lacking on the gym. I need to get on the bench press. I need to get on the incline. I need to get on the Smith machine. I need to get on the flies, but it'll have to wait. We're 10 minutes in. I thought you guys wanted to talk baseball. I thought you guys wanted to talk about baseball. Who do you think or what do you think of Ducey signing with Syracuse? That came out of nowhere for me. I had no idea that kid was playing football, 25 years old. I had no idea he was like that. Uh, but good for him. Um, Minushi says, "Who's taking your spot on the fan? Tonight, you can hear Chris McMonagle in my spot. C-Mac, who does the overnight, will be, I think, for this week, taking that spot. And then Friday, Gordon Damer, who formerly was on ESPN, will be in that spot. So, clap it up for those guys. They're both pros, both older than me, both been in radio for 4 times as long as me, and I'm happy for them getting, their opportunities. Um, TikTok chat, I'll come back to you in a second. Alex A. Is that Alex's arm? Alex says, "Sup." I don't know if that's my guy Alex's arm, um, account. Uh, Ron says, "I see you making moves." Yeah, I'm making my regular channels move. I'm doing what I do on my regular channels, and, I think this is the way. I think that digital audio, video, live streaming, if you have a home studio like I do and the capability to do what you do this way, do it. There's just so much that can happen. Like last week, I put out my video saying that I was done doing the nights, and it hit 7.5 million on Twitter, another like 70,000 on Instagram, another like 20 plus thousand on TikTok, YouTube. I'm like, all said and done, that video is gonna do 9 million. And I was talking to my sister today, and I was like, I may never put out a piece of content that does 9 million. And she was just, I go, it's not a guarantee. It's hard to go viral. You know, it is hard to make viral content. Like I used to be on the radio talking about how when I was doing social media, there was always these conversations and these brainstorms and these social media teams, whether it was MTV, Fubo TV, or Rock. And I used to hate the conversation of how do we go viral? How do we make a viral piece of content? Like, you don't. Like, did I know that that video was gonna go viral? No, not at all. But when you do put out a piece of viral content, you're supposed to do what I'm doing, which is follow up, you know, which is follow up on your channels because there's somebody seeing me for the first time right now in this form. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who became aware of me through that viral video, but I've been on the radio 4 years. I've been working in New York for 11. I've been putting out content, doing stuff for a minute, so yeah, this Live at 5 chat, the whole purpose of this chat is, to connect with you guys and talk about what you guys wanna talk about, and then I will steer it in a few different directions. Earlier today, we went here, um, I don't know if the TikTok can see. Let me see if I can flip this camera for TikTok to see what I'm talking about right here. Juan Soto is going 50-50 in 2026. Speaking of Juan Soto, as we were talking about Cody Bellinger, Juan Soto is with whom? Who is you gotta love it, man. Hot stove time. Um, I'm happy for Juan Soto, legitimately happy. This guy has all the money in the world. This guy just had a 30-30 season. This guy did not have to play a single game in October. He got after it. In October, he got after it, and somehow he linked with Mia Khalifa. What a dream come true. What an absolute dream come true for the generational Juan Soto. Now, yeah, where have we seen this before? Jimmy G. I forget the, porn star that Jimmy G went out with, but he had no shame about it, and you shouldn't, honestly, like, if that's what you're trying to do, that's what you're trying to do. Like, what I will say is more power to you. What I will say is it's nobody's business, but it's everybody's business, and, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, let's see. Audio is kind of echoing washy. I don't know why that is. On YouTube, I am on the XLR mic, so it should be good. Somebody give me another sound check. On TikTok, I have my AirPods in. But yeah, somebody give me another sound check on that. I turned the mic down a little bit. It might be hot. Might be the mic could be hot. Let me check StreamYard's back end, in the settings. Audio, yeah, I just had to turn it down a little bit. I mean, I always gotta turn down a little bit. Be ready to go. Ready to go. TikTok is good. I hear you okay. What's up, Keith? Hope all is well. Um, LOL, you quit WFAN to do this. LOL, your name is Spicy Pork Fried Rice. We don't know who you are. We don't care either. I did not quit WFAN. I quit doing the night shift. So yeah, back to what I was saying, man. Um, all power to Juan Soto and whatever he wants to do in his offseason. Go get it, partner. I think the last things that popped up were Brandon Nimmo, and then the controversy between the Mets players in their clubhouse. Who cares? It's over. And I think that this type of stuff comes out so that people can, just have something to talk about. This type of stuff comes out so that in the off season, there's just chatter around the Mets or baseball, but this stuff doesn't matter. Um, I don't think that's the reason they lost. They lost because they didn't have enough pitching. They lost because they couldn't hit. They lost because they ended up not having the guys. Um, I think there's, so much made over clubhouse chemistry. Okay, so go get the guys that hate each other. They don't need to be friends. Brandon Nimmo's gone. I think Pete Alonso's gone. I think if they can trade Jeff McNeil, they'll trade Jeff McNeil. But I think much gets made about, the clubhouse stuff, and it's not really that big of a deal at all. It's like these guys come to the ballpark, and I get it. They're with each other all day. Um, I see these guys, do have some type of like, obviously, they travel, and there's sometimes where they say, we as baseball players spend more time with our teammates and our men, but I just don't think that that's enough to, like, make a team go south. Connor McGuire out here. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Belly to the Yankees should be priority number 1 for the Yankees, but if they can pull off a Tatis trade, that'll be dope. Shout out to Tony, 1981. We gotta wait. I think there's an order of operations here, right? Like, winter meetings are coming up in a week. The winter meetings start. I will have some live coverage. I was just talking to my guy Julian, who will be in Orlando. I'll be sitting here kind of, waiting and ready for whatever transpires at the winter meetings that has to do with the Yankees or the Mets, just baseball in general, wherever the big free agents go. Like, where's Michael King gonna sign? Where is Michael King gonna go? Tatsuya Imai, that's another guy we gotta talk about, like, but what I'm saying is there is a pecking order, there are dominoes that need to fall. You have to wait. You have to wait. Like, we all knew last year Juan Soto was the big fish. He had to get signed, and he signed at the end of winter meetings, like, that Sunday night late. Um, who's the big fish? Kyle Tucker? And who's bidding on Kyle Tucker? The Dodgers, the Blue Jays, the Yankees. So we'll wait. We'll wait and see, how that all shakes out. Quran says, "This gives us more time to be on MLB Network?" Perhaps, perhaps. I haven't been over at the network in a minute, you know? I said this in one of the other lives. Life changed for me. When I came on the scene in media, I was just a a young cat, freshly married, and no kid. I was on that first season of Off Base, which was cool. It was like a test run. It was a first of its kind show. And then when we started to have conversations for the second season, I remember I reached out to the producers and I was like, "My wife is pregnant and we're gonna have our firstborn son in April." And I didn't know how much life was gonna change. Shout out to John and Marty, the producers over at MLB Network who both have kids. They were like, "You're not gonna be able to do a nighttime radio show and a TV show during the day with a baby." But, you know, God is good. In the year 2022, I was on MLB Network during the day and WFAN at night. Like, that's never been done before. So, um, my guy Karan says, "Does it give you more time to be on MLB Network?" It gives me more time to be. It gives me more time to be live, to be available, to be seen, to connect with you guys. What was a bigger World Series choke, 2011 Rangers or 2025 Blue Jays? I think the Blue Jays. When the Blue Jays went up in the series going back to Toronto, I was sure that they were winning. I pretty much gave it to them on air on WFAN. I pretty much said, "How did the Dodgers come back from this, and what do we do?" I remember talking about how did the Yankees respond to a banner going up in the Rogers Center saying that the Blue Jays are the 2025 champs, and they did what you couldn't do. They defeated the Dodgers. Well, that never happened. Uh, let's see. I missed it, but did you see my Jets comment, or did you already address it? Shout out to so we got some people double dipping. I was gonna wait till later to hit on the Jets, but I can go back. I think that was one of the first things that came in. Um, I mean, with the Jets, for everybody, I had a live earlier. It wasn't on TikTok. The Jets shouldn't be worried about tanking. I don't know. The Jets are in year 1. They gotta be worried about culture building. They gotta worry about buy-in. They won the trade deadline. They've won 3 out of the last 5. This image of, you know, right here, I'll put it on the stream again. Fun fact, the Jets have more wins than the Chiefs, Colts, Bucks since November 1st. They had a good month of November, the Jets. Continue to build on that, and, don't worry so much about Fernando Mendoza. Don't worry so much about the quarterback just yet. There's rumors that they could trade for Mac Jones or Kyler Murray. They shouldn't be trying to get either one. Um, if you're a Jets fan, just be happy with the wins. Just be happy with the wins. Alright, the chat's growing in mighty fast. Um, so back to the conversations about the Mets and the Yankees and the big fish. So winter meetings really is when we're gonna be cooking next week. Little things happen like Dylan Cease to the Blue Jays. I don't care about that. We'll see what happens there. They need to make a move, right? Because, like, they pitched the bullpen game and beat the Yankees, but they're trying to take a step forward. Dylan Cease wants to go to Toronto and be a Blue Jay, and they paid him $200,000,000, whatever they paid him. Good for him. I don't think that's somebody that the Yankees were I don't think that's somebody that the Yankees were pursuing, and I also don't think that's somebody the Yankees feared. Same thing with Sonny Gray being traded to the Boston Red Sox. I don't think anybody's worried about Sonny Gray. Now, Michael King is the next name that, like, I don't think the Yankees are gonna sign him. I think he's gonna command more years and more money than the Yankees wanna swim in those waters. What about Framber Valdez? Any Framber Valdez takers in the audience? Framber Valdez, don't worry about him costing up his catcher and throwing the ball at him and trying to hurt him. Uh, Framber Valdez, a lot of teams are checking on, and I think the Mets are one of those teams that, certainly should be. They need pitching worse. Framber Valdez and then Tatsuya Imai. Tatsuya Imai has been linked to the Yankees, but I also just think that, of course, everybody knows the Yankees wanna get back in on that market. Everybody knows that the Yankees do need some type of a starter, not a stopgap. Like, they need an opening day starter. Matt Fried will get the ball. You know what I'm saying here? Garrett Cole is hurt. Rodon is hurt. Rodon will be back sooner than Garrett Cole. How are you gonna get through just the beginning of the season? You always need more than 5 starting pitchers anyway. But how are you gonna survive with, Luis Gil, Will Warren, Cam Splitter, Max Fried, also don't have Clark Schmidt. Like, you're missing 3 guys that have pitched a lot for you over the last few years in Carlos Rodon and, Garrett Cole. So it would behoove you to maybe go out there and sign a starter. So, um, the TikTok chat is cooking up, man. Let me try and tap back in with y'all. Appreciate everybody. If you're a hater in the chat, come on down. If you're showing love in the chat, come on down. Like, just now in the chat, Ryan said, "Love you, Keith. Love you too, man. Love you too, man. Appreciate the love." Um, some people are saying, "I would rather get King." Stroller Twin says, "I would rather get King." Chef Mama says, "Let's keep double tapping the screen chat." Yeah, I saw us go up to like 90,000 live viewers on TikTok, and I think now, and I don't care about the numbers. We've got 244 on Twitter, YouTube. So that's and all this stuff goes to the YouTube channel, and all this stuff goes to Twitter, and it gets saved there, and then I'll clip it up later. Like I said, we gotta get a little bit of a cadence for this call. Look, things could change at WFAN, things could change at Fox Sports, things could change at Bleacher Report, Barstool, Yes Network, SNY, MLB Network, um, and I could take a full-time job doing sports media, sports talk somewhere else in 2026, but for now, I am at home doing these lives and connecting with my audience in a way that I was not able to, during the days and nights that I was doing the nighttime show, and I hope to get another opportunity to reconnect on the airwaves. Studio been set up, microphone been here, lights been here, cameras been here, and this iPhone. I gotta get the new iPhone, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Jake Barr says, "Thanks for all you do, bro. Love listening to you. Been listening to you for almost a year now. Thanks. Keep doing what you're doing. Jesus loves you, brother." Amen. 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 A modest little cross on, but I know that I'm covered. I move with faith, and they can't stop a man that moves with God. Let's see. Miss you at nights on WFAN will support any platform you're on. True Yankees commentator. Shout out to Chris. Ryan says, "Really glad you're able to do what's best for you and your family. Thoughts on Boone's future?" Aaron Boone is safe. Aaron 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 Boone will finish this contract extension. I'm putting that up on the screen right now for anybody else that, doesn't think that Boone, like, no matter what happens, they're gonna win. They're gonna go to the postseason. like, not win the World Series, but they're gonna win enough games to go to the postseason. Aaron Boone's not getting fired. Aaron Boone's straight. Uh, Yo, Keith, is Sean Marks gonna be out after this year? He's another one that's safe. When will enough be enough? Sean Marks ain't going anywhere. He only just begun. You wanna talk about having 9 lives? You wanna talk about a GM in New York having 9 lives like a cat? Yeah, that crazy cat that is Sean Marks. I just saw Keon Johnson got picked up. I forget where he got picked up, Detroit? Um, this era of the Brooklyn Nets, I think this is Sean Marks' last time to do it right. He's got the right coach. He's got some pieces. They're gonna lose games. They're gonna have draft capital. You're seeing, Yegor Shulman and Drake Powell play consistent minutes, 2 guys that were picked. You saw Danny Wolf pop up the other night. So I think that, I think that Sean Marks is completely safe. And yeah, let's see. The Celtics signed Keon Johnson. That's who it was. How's the baby and the cat? I'm going to pick my baby up in half an hour, and my cat just gave me her food, so right now yeah, I don't know where Tune went. She's straight. Um, perfect Yankees offseason. So you're fine with this tanking. I'm not fine with the Nets tanking. They're just not gonna win. I think they can win 20 games. It sucks as a fan watching a basketball team that like they can't compete against the upper echelon. And like when they do compete, they can't finish the game. Tanking for 2 years is terrible. This is a team that was competing in the East and supposed to compete for years to come. It sucks. It is what it is. Now, as far as the Yankees' perfect offseason, there's too many things on the list, and like I said, you gotta wait in line. There's too many things on the list. They obviously need another outfielder, Cody Bellinger, maybe Kyle Tucker, but I doubt it. And then I saw somebody in the chat talking about Dominguez and Spencer Jones. I don't know what else you need to see to know that Dominguez and Spencer Jones, they don't love them. They don't care. Like, they don't look at them as, everyday players. They don't look at them as guys that, are gonna do like, they don't consider them as important pieces on this team, so trade them, see what you can get. Trade them and see what they yield, what the return is, but, like, I don't think there's a plan for, Spencer Jones or Jason Dominguez with the Yankees in 2025, and Cashman told you. He said worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, they gotta rely on those guys. Worst case scenario, they uh, worst case scenario, have to play Dominguez and play Spencer Jones. So, to me, that says, "Yeah, we don't love y'all like that," or, "We don't think you're ready. We love you, but we don't think it's time. We're trying to win a World Series." And I understand that as well. If you're trying to win a World Series and these are young players that you feel like can't get it done yet, and, like, the window is now. Talking about the Yankees lost to the Blue Jays. The Yankees lost last year to the Dodgers. Those teams had a fight to the death, 7 games. Those are the 2 top teams in baseball. Can the Yankees jump those 2 teams and be the last team standing in 2026? Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. It depends on what they do, though. It depends on what the rest of the league does, though. Yeah, in the G League. Looks like he signed with the Maine Celtics. That's in the G League. But, still, Keon Johnson was somebody that played minutes for the Nets last year. They just don't have enough space for the guy. They've got enough bodies. They've got enough guys on the team. They drafted a bunch of rookies, 2 of them are playing, so, Nets win total is at 15.5 right now on FanDuel. Yeah, I think I took it at 19.5. Womp, womp, womp. I don't know. That could happen. It might not. Chat is going crazy between Twitch and between StreamYard. But see, this is why I'm gonna get the monitor, and I'll be able to see everything. The monitor might be getting delivered today, might be getting delivered tonight. What else? Oh, speaking of Dominguez, all right, now I hate to do this because like, embrace the Martian, embrace the Martian. I like Dominguez. Y'all know I like Dominguez, and I want him to be a part of this, but at the same time, I want to win. At the same time, I don't care about who's a part of it, who's not a part of it. I wanna win. I wanna win the World Series. So I saw Dan Clark put this up. Let me move this, for the TikTok. We flip camera. Jason Dominguez is 6 for 35, batting 171 with a 507 OPS, playing for Leones de Escondido in the Dominican Winter League. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I don't think that can be considered good. Like, Jason Dominguez should be dominating the Winter League as we're talking about Dominguez and Spencer Jones, right? Like, Dominguez should be out there batting at over 200 at least. They should be out there dominating, and I know they have him playing left field, so maybe they're looking at that too. Maybe they're looking at that too, and they're like, "Mm-mm, it ain't work. It ain't gonna work." Yo, what's up? K and J Shop, um, in the Twitch chat or the TikTok chat. Thoughts on potentially getting a deal done for Imai at the winter meetings? Yeah, Imai is someone that has been linked to the Yankees that I was just talking about. Yeah, get it done. Is there a lien? Does he not wanna be a Dodger? Does he wanna be a Yankee? Get it done. Jake, what up, man? Perez Bros. Once he gets his timing back, he's good, but this is what happens when you don't play every day. That's a great point by these 2, young ballers and smart baseball fans. Dominguez was glued to the bench. He got 1 at bat in that final game against the Blue Jays, he doubled, but, like, baseball is so much of a game of rhythm and swinging the bat and seeing the ball and playing every day. Now he's playing every day in the Dominican, Winter League, and he ain't looking that great. So, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. Dominguez is not really, like he's not really who they're checking for, and I guess that's okay. As long as you sign one of Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker, 'cause if you don't do that, then, like, we got a problem. Spencer Jones ready? I don't think Spencer Jones is ready. What else is out there? Oh, yeah. What's out there is super chats. I mean, $2 goes right to the Keith McPherson fund. I saw somebody that was like, "You're not worried about money with your salary?" Now I'm like, "Clearly, no, you're not worried about money if you walk away from your salary, obviously." I'm not rich, but, like, I'm okay. I'm alright. Um, I I had a plan in place, and I don't plan on not working for long. And also, all of this stuff is monetized. Like, I just made $2 off this live. I'll make more than $2 off of TikTok and all this stuff. Like, I set all this stuff up years ago, and now it kinda just makes sense. So, referee 583 says, "Keith, let's get you on foul territory part-time." I've been on there 10 times for free. Why not? If they I think they have a Yankee guy, but if they need a Yankee fan to chime in, um, the guy that does pinstripe territory, I forget his name, I should reach out to him. He does a good job with that. I think they have him, um, on there. Mr. NFL Talk this morning, thoughts on the boys making the playoff? Big game against Detroit this weekend. Yeah, I talked about Dallas and how they showed up, and I expected them to fold, and how the defense is different. They're a different team since the trade deadline. They're a different team now with CeeDee Lamb and George Kittle on the field. Dak Prescott is locked in, dialed in, and, this is gonna be a big test for them. They're playing against a Detroit team that I don't think Amon-Ra St. Brown is gonna be ready. I know Sam Laporta is out, so if their defense can stop the run with Jahmyr Gibbs like the Giants couldn't, if their defense can stop Jameson Williams, if it's a shootout like that, I think the Cowboys win that game, in Detroit. So, their chances to win out, I think they can win out too. Chargers might be a little bit of a challenge, but other than that, they've got very winnable games. The Dallas Cowboys can be going to the playoffs. Keith, I used to listen to WFAN every day. I feel like they pressed the brass agenda. I don't know what that means. The brass agenda? ChatGPT, what is brass agenda? And please don't get that confused. Like, this was 100% my move. This was 100% my decision. I was saying that in my live earlier. I'm like, "Damn, you can be so real, you can be so authentic and transparent, but today, in this modern day time, everything is fake, everybody's faking it, everybody's lying, so even when you're authentically yourself and you try to tell the truth, people are like, "He's lying or he's making something up." I'm not lying, I'm not making anything up, it was time, bro, 4 years. I did 4 years of the nights. How many years have you worked at night? How many years have you left your family and worried about them at night? I live in a safe place, but I didn't always. How many years have you had to sleep from, um, 3 o'clock in the morning to 7, get up and take care of a baby, and then try and go back to sleep and, go about your day, nobody cares, right? Work harder, nobody cares about your sob story and struggles. Well, I got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. It's that simple. And what's interesting is I don't think it's ever been done that way, and I think there's a lot of people who do enjoy what I do, and so there's this feeling of like, "Why now?" Or, "I'm so disappointed." But don't be. This is what's best for me and my family, my mental health. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this week of Thanksgiving and Black Friday and the week of just being a father, being a good husband, making sure my house is make sure your home is straight before you leave, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're the people that love you and the people that are with you no matter wherever you work, like, I could work, driving Lyft Uber like I used to. My wife was with me during that. I could work doing social media behind the scenes. If you go look me up on LinkedIn, my resume says I did that for 5 years in the city. I could get a job doing that. And if my, like, notoriety, fame, or, like, the amount of people that are aware of me goes down during this, so be it. It's about doing the best for my family, and I think I'm doing the right thing, and I know that I can make money elsewhere, like, or other ways. I'd like to still make money at WFAN, don't get me wrong, like, I just can't do the nighttime shit. The lone silencer says, "At least you hood rich, you got this." Exactly. You know what? That's another thing too. If you've ever been super broke, like I've been as a young guy, if you've ever been super broke like I was coming out of college, like, once you're broke, you learn how to be really resourceful. You know what I'm saying? Once you're popped, you learn, like, I don't need to go out and eat today. Do I really need this subscription? Do I have to order Grubhub or can I eat something in the house? I know those Jordans come out on Saturday, but I don't need them. When you when you have so many years of broke experiences like I've had in life, you just learn when to tighten up and how to chill out and how to be conservative, resourceful, and yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna have to do that, but, like, let's say I don't make another dollar, which is not true. I've already made money today doing what I'm doing. I'm a hustler, man. For those of you that are just becoming aware of me, they didn't just drop me here. My daddy didn't put me on. My grandfather didn't grandfather me in. Everything that I ever got, I worked for. I figured out. I finessed. I'm the first person in my family to graduate from college. I'm the first one to go. I'm the first one to become anything. What I become next, you'll decide. The Twitch chat is going crazy, bro. Um, Isles Man says family first. Uh, and now we're talking Nets as well. Build around Cam Thomas or Porter Jr.? Cam Thomas. But I get a feeling that Jordy might not rock with him or his style of play like Cam. I don't know. Sean Marks, Porter Jr. is here right now too. It's only a matter of time till his back flares up or he says or does something stupid. I don't know. Jake says, I work nights at UPS. Who am I going to listen to now? What I'll say is I haven't on the podcast because I'm not in a rush. Um, but there's easy like I did so many podcasts. I had an NFL podcast, I had a Nets podcast, I had 3 different Yankee podcasts. There's an easy option for me to start doing like these lives can go to podcasts. There's an easy option for that. Um, and who should you listen to at night? WFAN. I'm not telling you to not listen to WFAN. I'm telling you I can't do the night shift at WFAN. Jefferson says, wishing you all the blessings and prosperity that come towards you. Have you thought about starting a podcast? That's how I got on. I When I got on the radio, I had no radio experience. When I got on the radio, all they could go off of was my podcast shows, which were on YouTube and, on the podcast app. I had no reel, I had no demo, I had no radio experience. So, like, now I guess we're going back to what got me there. I had, a little bit of a buzz online and followers. I have a lot more now. I was doing podcasts and not radio. Now if I wanna go back to doing podcasts, I can do podcasts, but, like, I just think it should be grandiose. I think it should be bigger than me doing a podcast in my house because now all of these podcasts are on sets. They're shot with high definition cameras. They're chopped and edited by people, like, they're full on productions. Podcast is now a show. Like, if people sit down for 40 minutes to an hour and do a podcast, that gets clipped into 10 different clips, and, that gets watched on YouTube a bunch of time. Like, the machine is different. I've watched the, podcast being changed. What are your thoughts about the Yankees trading Spencer Jones? They better not, man. He's gonna be a beast. I think his value has never been higher. I think if there ever was a time to trade Spencer Jones, it's right now, this offseason. I think all that he could potentially do is hurt his stock. Um, I think all that he could potentially do is play at the major league level and not materialize and not become the left-handed Aaron Judge like so many people said. So, uh, I would trade him. I would trade if you sign Cody Bellinger, you're blocking him. And then it's him and Dominguez. I see the Yankees are the favorite to win the American League at plus 330 and second choice to win the World Series at plus 700, the lone silent. That's all gambling odds, you know? That's all gambling odds. Um, I don't buy too much into that. Now we can get a Keith J. Reels collab? Yeah. No, trust me. I already have 3 podcasts booked for this week. You know how many people reached out, "Yo, can you do my podcast?" I was always doing podcasts. No, that's cap. There was a point in time where I was not doing podcasts. Probably when I was doing radio and TV and when my son was first born, because I was like, "Yo, I don't have time. I don't have an hour. I don't even have 30 minutes to give you for free when I'm underwater." Still work for the fan, and you still with the fan. Yes. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I wasn't making it up. I wasn't making it up, yo. My contract is still good. We we still good. We still good. We still good. But I'm not doing the nighttime. I know it's a lot for people to comprehend. If they called me tonight and said, "Hey, we need you to fill in tomorrow for BT at 10 AM," I'd be there. If they called me and said, "Hey, 2 weeks from now, we need someone to do the night shift on Monday after Monday Night Football," I would be there. I would be there. I would plan it, prepare with my family, and I'd say, "Hey, this night, I gotta do the show." I would be there. As far as doing Monday through Friday night, I can go longer. But you can find me right here streaming on YouTube. If you're on YouTube right now, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you're on TikTok right now, double tap the screen, maybe share to a friend, write something in the chat, do one of these badge things or I don't know, gifters or whatever they are. I have no idea. Um, I'm on TikTok, but I'm not in TikTok like that. I need to be. I need to, you know, I'm making money off this live, I think. They have live rewards, creator stuff on there, like, um, let's see, Israel Rose said, "I love your night show." Good, good. Hey, 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 Live Fest, Live Fest. I appreciate people that liked what I did at night. There's no bigger compliment than, "I loved what you did, I'm gonna miss it. Job well done." 'Cause what if I sucked for 4 years? I don't even think I would've got 4 years. I don't think I would've even got 4 years. Let's see. Chris says, "I did 4 years of overnights. 3 months ago, I made the decision to look for a day job. My health was a big issue. Now I feel 100% better." Bro, I can't tell you, going into the job, I used to think I was Iron Man. I never got sick. Straight up. Never sick, bro. Used to flex about how, like, people got sick, I don't get sick. I used to dodge sickness. I thought I was dodging COVID. I got COVID late. I remember I got COVID, and people probably don't remember this. I got COVID in February of 23. Like, that's late. My wife got it March of 2020. Like, she was one of the first people that got it. I got COVID in February 2023, and I was actually coming back from a Nets game to do my show. Bro, on the train, I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I felt like shit. I was like, "I gotta go." Um, and I called the station, and I got back to the station, and I told them, and I think it was Ricky Ricardo, and shout out to Ricky, Ricky did some shows. I think it was Ricky Ricardo filled in for me remotely in a moment's notice, like 30 minutes notice, I think Ricky Ricardo filled in. I got the shingles. You guys ever get the shingles? It's not player. It's not P. It's not something that you really want people to know about you having. Um, and I really feel like it was because I was run down, my immune system was low, and I got the shingles. It's like chickenpox for adults, straight up rash. Like, bro, that had me I was feeling terrible. It's like a itchy rash that pops up, and it popped up on the side of my body, and I'm like, "Yo, this is 'cause I'm not sleeping right." I never slept 8 hours. Um, I was always sleeping like a patchy 4 hours, and, like, you know how crazy it is? Like, bro, for me to make it in New York, for me to make it in the greatest city in the world on the radio for, like, and I don't even look like this anymore, you feel me? Like I feel like I came in as a child. You know how many nights I couldn't sleep because I was just like, "Holy, I'm doing it. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere." Like, I actually did it, bro. I actually did it. Looked up to the sky to my brother said, "We did it, bro. We did it." Couldn't go to sleep. There were nights in the beginning where I would just be so deep in my thoughts, the sun would start coming up. I'm like, "Yo, I gotta go to bed." I couldn't fall asleep. I've joked on air about how many shows I did where I was like, uh, and producers put the show right on podcast right after. So, there were nights where I would go home and listen back to my show. I think one night I remember, like, as we were talking about the Nets, I said the wrong year that the Nets came to Brooklyn. I think I said the Nets came to Brooklyn in 2010, and they've been here for X amount of years when I knew that was wrong, and I beat myself up about it. There's things that you're not gonna know. I don't get on the radio and act like I know it all. There's no way for me to know. I'm not old enough to know everything. I didn't study this for a class, and also I played sports. I tell people all the time, when you play sports, you cannot be as much of a fan. 'Cause I was at practice, I was at the gym, I was training. I'm not watching all the games, so, yeah. Long story short, short story long, 4 years, that's a presidential term, 4 years, that's a college degree, 4 years for me, doing the night shift. I ran my race, and I'm blessed. And Jackson Black, I saw you in the VP and Sal chat, I think. He said, "Do you miss C-Mac?" I don't miss C-Mac, but, like, C-Mac is my guy. I've talked to C-Mac, like, um, I haven't been out long enough to miss anybody that I see in there. Who do you miss the most? I don't it's not a miss thing. Who do I miss the most? The callers. Like, who do I miss the most? I miss getting on your. Alright. Like, let's go to, reach out to whoever. I miss, like, the little kids that would call at 1 AM, sneaking a call in. It's not that kinda thing, though. Jackson says, "You are inspiring." Why does the mic sound like it's going in and out, or is it just me? You know what? I was on that before. You know what I think? I think it's 2 things. I have my Bluetooth in, and, I'm using the microphone for the live, but I think the Bluetooth you know how the Bluetooth is trippy. Like, my MacBook, I think, is trying to connect to my Bluetooth, and, I don't want it to. So if it sounds like the mic is going in and out, um, I think it's because this microphone I'm talking into the microphone and I turned it down, but I also think that my MacBook is trying to override this whole system to connect to my, AirPods, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Ebook says, "I'm on nights and it's killing me." Well, yo, while you guys don't have a wife or a kid, grind it out at night. You can get time and a half, you can get paid more, do your thing. I did it for 4 years. Yeah, the mic does the mic sound better now? The mic sounds like you're underwater. Yep, the mic to my MacBook mic. All of this is still, figuring it out, so all of this is still, MNC says, "Are you on another station?" No. What other station? ESPN Radio? No, these things don't work like that. Like I said in my video, I'm under contract. I'm pretty sure in my contract I can't just go be on ESPN Radio. I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on X, and I'm on stupid mic. Let me get a mic before I get out of here. Does this sound worse or better? I just looking at the wavelengths, we're not hitting the red. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, Dre says the audio setup from earlier was fire. I'm like, that was I was using my regular Mac built. Yeah, the mic is fine on TikTok because it's in my ear. I'm also about to start doing some content where I got the little mics like this. I got these mics that you just clip on. I'll start doing some man on the street content, start interviewing people in New York. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We got 5 minutes. Again, I will be live for Monday Night Football. I will be live for the Patriots hosting the Giants, and we'll talk Jackson Dart, we'll talk Nick Day, we'll talk about the drought. Did you get those from Shine? No, I got these off Amazon Black Friday, and I got a monitor coming that I got off Amazon Black Friday. Is your echo cancellation checked on? If yes, uncheck it. Maybe that's it. Let's see the settings. Audio, echo. Okay, I just turned it off, so maybe that is one of the things that does it. Um, like I said, for a couple weeks, I was using Riverside, and now I'm using StreamYard. And I'm gonna be live all the time, literally, until I take another full-time job or until I figure out what my like new part-time role is at WFAN that takes me away. And like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I have a lot of meetings and stuff um, lined up for these next couple of weeks where I won't be home, but I'll be doing content when I'm out. You'll see me. So if you rock with me, if you follow me and you like to hear what I'm talking about and this community, like look at how many people are in the chat um, at 5:56, and like I'll go live again at 8:15 for football, and I just understand the machine. I understand the digital world. I understand visibility. I understand connecting with people. I'm someone that is in the chats. I'm someone that follows people. I'm someone that wants to be, seen and heard, and I'm always commenting and stuff. So I appreciate everybody, man. Straight up. I appreciate everybody that gives me a second of time, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. Like, I love a hater um, because a hater is just somebody that doesn't know how to formulate their messages towards you. They don't know how to show love. But all it takes is one thing for you to say, one thing for you to relate to a hater to change him into, oh, I like this guy. He's not that bad. So, plenty more lives to do and plenty more to do as far as, all right, Tune. before we go, Toonie, you got to get your camera time, right? Okay, get out there. You was scratching on my feet underneath the camera. I figured you wanted to be seen. You're doing all that to get attention. You want my attention? You want me to get off the live? You want to be on the live or you want me to get off the live? I'm about to go get Jack anyway, so. Yeah. H&L Dre, he says the audio here is perfect. The audio here is through Technique earbuds. The audio on StreamYard is through Elgato XLR. How about the Devils tonight? Beat the Blue Jackets. I mean, the Devils have been playing well despite Jack Hughes not being there. Everybody else showing up, and it shows you they are wagon. They are a team. It doesn't matter who's in goal. It doesn't matter who's scoring the goals. I got to get back over there to the Rock. That's something I definitely got to do. I think around the holiday time, Christmas time is always great over there in Newark, Prudential Center, trying to catch those holiday games with the Devils. So, yeah, shout out to the Devils, man. And shout out to everybody in here. I got to go get my son. But again, we're going live at 8:15 for the Monday Night Football game. And I'll be set up out there. I'll be set up in the living room. I won't be set up out here. We're going live to watch football. It's just another thing. It's just a different watch along, Aaron says, you're going to have a number so we can call? Yeah, I'm going to have my Google. I have the Google phone number that you can call and leave messages, and we're going to figure all that out. Here we go. This is just, this is just a little navigation through mediums and platforms. I'm blessed to have been on the WFAN platform at night for 4 years. I hope to be back on it in some way, shape, or form. But in the interim, I am focusing on being a good dad, a good husband, and being a good host and content creator and streamer and influencer and all that other good stuff. So wrapping this stream up now. Like I said, I got to go get the boy. But we're going to have like a cadence to this. I think the Monday morning quarterbacking, the AM, KM is good coming off the NFL. I think live at 5 is good because it's the last hour of my day before I turn into dad mode, just to kind of connect with people and talk about anything from the Jets to the Cowboys to Major League Baseball. And then if there's a game to watch along, like there is tonight at 8:15, I will be live again. So for anybody saying, hey, where can we find you? For anybody saying we're going to miss you? No, you're not. No, you're not. If you take a look, won't be hard to find. So appreciate everybody watching as we throw some stuff at the wall and we kind of work out the kinks of sound and video and everything else. Yo, what up, Matt? I see Matt out here. How about those Buffalo Bills? Shout out to Kevin. Hope you'll be back on the Fan in the future. Hope so. But there's a lot of talent at the Fan. A lot of good guys that have been there for years, kind of just, morning or warm-up show, morning, midday, afternoon. There's nighttime, there's overnight. I hope to fill in and maybe do some weekends or something like that. But in the interim, like I said, you can find me right here on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on X. That's another one in the books, another live at 5 on Monday, December 1st. And we'll be back to do Monday Night Football at 8:15. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you really soon.